Now You See Me, Now You Don't, Ruben Fleischer of Zombieland fame. This is basically the thing that no one was asking for, a belated sequel to a film that no one remembers, that is itself a sequel to a film that, frankly, I prefer to forget. So, 2013, Now You See Me, Louis Leterrier, in which the 4 magicians, street hustlers, led by Jesse Eisenberg, are brought together by, is it The Eye? And Mark Ruffalo turns them into the 4 Horsemen, who are sort of Robin Hood magicians, social disruptors. I called the film The Prestige for Stupid People, and I stand by that. 2015, Now You See Me Too. Now, I had completely forgotten that this film existed and that I had reviewed it. Isla Fish replaced by Lizzie Kaplan, super complicated plot. Everything is solved by magical explanation. And I said at the time, I could listen to Morgan Freeman reading the phone book, which is good because that's pretty much what he does here. And I then completely forgot the film. All the original cast are back, including Dave Franco, whose character has his superpower is he's able to throw cards, which is a bit like, Hawkeye, whose superpower is he's got a bow and arrow.
Throwing cards. Throwing cards.
Throws cards at people. Yeah. Oh,
I've got a pack of cards here.
Yeah, go on. Throw a card.
Right. I've got the 8 of hearts.
Yeah. Okay. Throw it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Steps back.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I'm a baddie with a machine gun, but now I'm completely incapacitated because Dave Franco threw a card at me. Anyway, there are also 3 new members. Justice Smith, who's not related to Will Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt. They start out as a kind of Horseman tribute act ripoff, doing a thing that they're pretending to be the Horsemen, but they are then gathered together by more magic playing cards in order to form a supergroup who must go up against Rosamund Pike's fiendish South African diamond mine owner. Okay? How do we know she's fiendish? Because she's got a really fiendish South African accent and a really big diamond, which the 4 Horsemen, but there will be more, are about to purloin. Here's a clip.
My name is J. Daniel Atlas. You may remember me as your personal favorite of the 4 Horsemen of Magic. Now watch closely as I make the famous heart diamond appear on my palm.
Gee whiz, he must be as starved for attention as Greenpeace here. Rest assured that the diamond is completely safe.
Is it? Now, a wise man once told me, in the mirror, in fact, never assume you're the smartest person in the room. Prove it.
Be my guest.
All right, well, let's see if we can get that case open. Abracadabra. Huh, nope. Alakazam. Wait. Open sesame.
Ooh. Now, I know I'm not very good at accents, but that Be My Guest is really... Sorry, Ms. Pike, but that's really not quite good enough.
Well, she does that all the way through the film. So the plot, which goes from the preposterous to the, oh, for heaven's sake, it's not so much, abracadabra, razzle-dazzle. It's just ooga-booga, flim-flam, flannel. It's got a really starry cast, but they all deliver this ropey script filled with huge screeds of Basil expositioning in a manner which Roger Ebert once described the movie, and he said, to describe the cast as cardboard would be to insult a useful packing material. And in the case of this, it doesn't matter who the cast are, they all look like they're reading off cue cards. They all look like they have never seen this script ever before, and they are slightly embarrassed to be doing it. Also, there are things in the plot that Scooby-Doo himself would go, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. That's absolutely, you can't, no. So the cast clearly don't believe any of it. They clearly don't care. They are clearly picking up the check. Rosamund Pike is at least invested in really giving it some welly in the every single, everything's turned up to 11 department. Reckless abandon, yes. But do we ever believe in it? Not at all. Morgan Freeman turns up. Morgan Freeman, I said I'd listen to him reading the phone book. Turns up apparently to collect the check. He just looks tired and like I don't need to be doing this.
So he's not president because every time.
No, he's not president.
It's
a film.
President.
No, it's a film in which Morgan Freeman is not president.
Okay.
The other thing is that the magic tricks are absolute rubbish, and one of the problems with the Now You See Me thing is magic tricks done in the real world are exciting, but magic tricks done on the cinema, it's like, okay, there's a film and the thing is they're all four on stage and they all four appear to disappear. You go, fine, it's a film, I don't care. And it's, if you did that in front of me in my front room, fine. In fact, as I said when I reviewed Now You See Me 2, one of the things that blew that film was the way they were trying to excite the journalists was before the film started, they had people moving amongst the crowd doing close magic, right? Close magic's really interesting because it's like people doing card tricks right in front of you. And then you sit down and watch a film in which a bunch of stuff happens on film. You go, I don't care, that's not interesting. Also, why do you need magicians to do this? And we have to get this diamond and do the thing. Oh, I know. Let's get the magicians because they can do it with the power of their magic. It's like that thing in Team America World Police where you must solve the problems of the world with your acting. It's like, why is any of this happening? In what world are we now? And people say, oh, well, it's not meant to be realistic. It's meant to be like an Oceansy heist movie. Yeah, fine. But the Oceansy heist movies didn't have bits in it where somebody said, well, we've only got 24 hours to do this and we'll have to do it, exactly right to get. And the next thing is they've built entire underground bunkers and they've setting up tricks. You think, sorry, who, when, how did, and what? And really? And so I'm sitting there and I'm literally, while I'm watching the film, I can feel my IQ, which was never high to begin with, being depressed. But I can feel myself getting thicker and thicker as I'm watching the film because it's just bludgeoning you into submission or going, look, lots of stuff is happening and lots of people who you kind of know vaguely are doing it and they're saying magic-y things. And then every now and then they stop and do the quip about, well, that just happened. And then somebody comes and explains the plot. And then there's another bit and they go to some other ludicrous location and then they're all in a box of sand. And I'm just thinking, okay, this is the stupidest film I have seen in a long time. And even as somebody who's not very bright, I felt that my intelligence was being insulted by it. And it'll probably find an audience.
Do you think?
Wow. Yes, I do. I think it will. And I think that makes me want to go and beat my face against a wall.